Once upon a flood, one man decided to fight water with a shovel and pure optimism.
You dug channels for years, Wadan, which is ancient code for no weekends off.
After saving everyone, Yu's family basically said, "We own this now." Boom, Shang, the Xia dynasty.
Somewhere around 2000 BC, someone melted rock spire and invented social status.
Huts became towns, towns became cities, Havimai, and traffic jams were officially born. Yu's son took the throne, history's first case of nepotism officially invented.
Farmers farmed, rulers ruled, and everyone else prayed their name wasn't on tax day.
They worshipped ancestors and sky gods. Early proof humans feared both weather and relatives.
They built canals, tilled soil, and finally invented free time, only for rulers to tax it. Villages became towns, towns became capitals, proof that humans can't resist building paperwork. No empire lasts forever, especially one that forgot flood control was a full-time job.
The Shang came next. New management, same river, better bronze.
Welcome to Anyang, the city where rulers lived in palaces and wrote on turtle shells.
They carved questions for the gods, basically the world's first text messages. They made bronze so sacred, you couldn't even eat dinner without summoning an ancestor.
The Shang king ruled everything, except his relatives, who ruled everything else.
The dead ran the kingdom. Ancestors basically had better attendance than the ministers.
They turned bronze into weapons because art was nice, but conquest paid better.
The Shang traded bronze and silk, proof that capitalism predates capitalism.
Shang cities weren't built for living. They were built for impressing the afterlife.
The Shang government had departments for everything, except answering questions.
When they wanted answers, they didn't Google. They burned turtle shells.
They wrote down every question, from "Will it rain?" to "Should I fire my cousin?" The farmers fed everyone, the craftsmen built everything, and both got paid in good karma.
Trade was booming because everyone loves shiny bronze and overpriced jade.
Shang kings loved palaces, because nothing says power like oversized real estate.
When they died, they built tombs so big, you could get lost in their afterlife. The Shang made bronze so perfect, even their enemies probably asked for blueprints.
From kings to peasants, everyone knew their place, and it was usually under someone richer.
The Shang dynasty peaked with art, metal, and bureaucracy, three things that never age well.
When kings stop listening to advisors, history starts sharpening its knives. In the west, a tribe named Zhou looked at Shang and saw a management vacancy.
They claimed the gods fired the Shang and promoted the Zhou. Talk about celestial HR.
The Zhou marched east, and history's first hostile takeover began. When the dust settled, the Zhou stood tall, and the Shang joined the former dynasty club.
The Zhou arrived with a plan. Less dictatorship, more spreadsheets.
They divided land among nobles, basically history's first pyramid scheme.
They said heaven chooses rulers and fires them via natural disasters.
Zhou kings loved rituals. If it had incense, a drum, or awkward bowing, they did it. For a while, life was great. No wars, full granaries, and just enough philosophy to sound deep.
The zoo expanded far and wide, because borders are just polite suggestions.
Each noble ruled his land, like tiny kings waiting for bigger egos.
Generations passed, and Zhou kings got cozy. Turns out heaven doesn't like naps.
Then came invasions, rebellions, and karma, all on the same day.
The survivors moved east, new capital, same anxiety.
With the king weak, every lord suddenly remembered he had an army.
Peace turned into paperwork for declaring war, over and over again.
When nobles fought, merchants traded, because profit doesn't care who wins.
In chaos, one man said, "Be nice." Humanity wasn't sure how to respond. Then another said, "Do nothing." And people loved it immediately.
Suddenly, everyone had a philosophy. Ancient China basically invented Twitter threads.
Confucians preached respect, family, and hierarchy. Basically, ancient Wi-Fi for society.
The Taoists said, "Stop trying so hard. Life works better when you nap."
Then came the legalists, people who read Confucius and said, "Nope, prison works better."
Philosophers argued endlessly. Turns out wisdom comes with 0 mute button. 7 states, 1 dream. To prove diplomacy is overrated.
Bronze was beautiful, iron was cheaper, and that's how empires are born. Some rulers reformed taxes, armies, and laws. Others just reformed their excuses.
They built walls, siege towers, and crossbows because peace was bad for business. While nobles played war chess, farmers paid for every move. When you have too many kings, the logical next step is one boss to rule them all.
They unified writing, so finally, everyone could argue in the same language.
They built roads, canals, and laws because power travels faster on a straight line.
While scholars debated virtue, rulers debated how to tax it.
After centuries of chaos, one ruler finally said, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
The last Zhou kings watched their empire fall, probably still writing meeting notes. They left behind bronze, characters, and bureaucracy. 3 things China never really quit.
Kingdoms fell, but Confucius and Laozi refused to log off.
As Zhou faded, new powers rose, proof that history is just recycled ambition. 3,000 years later, their ideas, metal, and sarcasm are still in circulation.